I just found this really weird video called BFDI is a terrible show and here's why. We're about to after this we're just Okay, so we're just gonna watch it and we'll comment about it on the way. Comment down below if you have any questions. Right now it's just that.
Guys, I'm not playing Filmora, okay? I know there's a huge watermark and a 5-second long logo thing at the end of the video, but I'm not paying the $50 or $80, okay? I'm not doing that. A long time ago, I saw a video called The Backrooms Level 188 is Real. It's been on my recommendations for about a dozen times now, but I sometimes still watch the video because it's funny to me that one of the sources of the
I don't even know what's happening. This has nothing to do with BFDI.
The Backrooms images is a British hotel, but that's not what I'm talking about in this video. It doesn't matter. The second thing that piqued my interest was the uploader of the video itself. A user by the name of BFDI Fiery.
There's the BFDI stuff.
With a profile picture of what looks like a fireball with 2 dots for eyes, a smile, and limbs. What a strange profile, I said to myself. I thought,
what am I about to say? WT, what the frick is your profile picture? Your opinion definitely shouldn't count.
Strange profile, I said to myself. I thought that maybe this is like one of those things where someone makes an OC and then just makes that their profile. I thought nothing more of it, so I just quickly moved on.
Nice.
After some time, I saw another profile that piqued my interest. Bracelety BFB.
Bracelety.
And when I saw this, I immediately noticed the similarities of the previous channel. It has the same art style, both have a cartoon object with dots as eyes and limbs. It even has the same naming style, both ending with a Y, and what can only be described as a combination of 4 or less random letters. Even when I noticed the similarities, I didn't think of them as coming from the same source, so I just thought that maybe it's one of those popular things where someone just make those flip-a-clip animations and gacha-like things, I guess. Regardless, I moved on. But then I just kept seeing more and more of these channels with the same art and naming style. And when I got to 20, I decided, fine, I'll go look for the source of all of this. And it was actually pretty easy. Between all these profiles, almost all of them had at least 4 letters in common. The letters B, F, D, and I. And so I promptly put that on the YouTube search and what do you know? I finally found the source. Just like that. BFDI, or its acronym Battle for Dream Island, is a somehow still ongoing web series made in 2010 by twins Michael and Carrie Huang. So those are 2 people, that's not their full name. The basic concept is that it's about alive objects competing with each other for a game show and getting a prize or something like that. And it is a very, very popular show. Like one of their episodes has like 63 million views. That is like Mr. Beast numbers. No, the thumbnails really turned me off when I first saw them. Like, they look so stupid. But the thousands of positive comments and the surprising amount of influence it has gave me some motivation. I figured I wouldn't lose anything if I gave this show a try, so I made it my main mission to watch the nearly 12 hours of content to find out why people considered this show good. And so, I watched it. I watched every single episode in every season, and here's a very brief summary of my thoughts on this show.
Okay.
It is an incredibly bland, directionless mess, and I'm going to thoroughly explain why, season by season, episode by episode, starting all the way in the beginning, 2010, Season 1, Battle for Dream Island. Holy, that was a mouthful.
I don't even know if I'm recording this. Please tell me I'm recording this. Please, please, please. Yes, okay, I'm recording.
Now, this isn't the worst show in the world. Obviously, there's worse stuff out there, so that means there's some things I like about this show, and yeah, there is. So let me talk about them first before I get to the bad stuff. Now, the thing I really like about this show is the animation. I know I talked shit about how the thumbnails look really bad, but it's surprisingly really good. For a show that was made by a bunch of rando bando 12-year-olds in 2010 at the time, it's not that bad. Like, it is really not that bad. There's so much worse you could do here. I also kinda liked the vaulting aspect. It was basically the only thing I was engaged with the most in this season, but those are about the only major good things I have to say about Season 1. Now, the beginning of the show immediately starts off with the first bad thing in this season, and I feel it's a problem I have that kinda permeates through the whole series, and that problem is something I aptly named the very disorienting first episode syndrome. And I mean it. It's very disorienting. I can't fully explain why, but to try my best, think of the first episode of any show, which in my opinion is probably the most important part of any show. It's there to set up the feeling, the setting, the characters, or just the basic concept. This is supposed to be your first impression of the show. Okay, you got that? Now, I'm gonna show you the first 30 seconds of the first episode of the whole series, unedited. Here it is.
Yeah, I know. She's so surprised. Really? Oh, for sure. I mean, it wasn't very big, just a little bug, but Flower went crazy. OMG, Flower is really afraid of bugs. Well, yeah. Flower thinks she's so fabulous. Like the time she asked Icy if she was beautiful. Ice Cube, don't you think I was beautiful?
No. Oh, I remember that. I am so gonna get revenge on her. I cannot believe how she thinks we will be her servants. I'm so glad you guys are my friends though. Really. Bubble likes me too. Right, Bubble?
Yeah? No! Ice Cube, stop! You nearly...
I have so many questions from these 30 seconds of footage, like, what is going on? Where are we? Who are these guys? Oh, and also, how in the world did these objects somehow come to life? Well, the season does somewhat answer these questions, though it doesn't at all answer how these objects randomly became living things. But you at least see what I mean. It's very disorienting, especially for new viewers. I don't know why, but every single episode 1 in every season is exactly like this. This is a very good indicator of the tone of this show. I'm gonna be in here for a roller coaster ride in all these 12 hours. But I'm gonna talk about
This video sucks. Bro won't even, pay to get rid of that thing. Anyways, I think that'll be all for today, and we just, there we go. Okay. See you tomorrow.